So, first thing I like to do is welcome to the monthly edition of Buddy Check. This is where, if you are serving, you could come ahead and share some of your thoughts. I was using MySpace on X, but I decided to just use the chat. That's a little bit easier. Now, those of you who has gone and been part of Buddy Chat, we always start this off with the Serenity Prayer. And I have the extended version here. I'm going to try to keep this one. And this one goes, God grant me the serenity to accept the things change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardships as the pathway to peace, taking, as he did, the sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that he will make all things right if I surrender to his will, that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with him forever in the next. Amen. Now that we have done that, today's date is July 22nd. This date actually is this month, I should say, is the month of our independence. For those of you who serve, understand how glorious that day is. For many reasons, by many of us. So, first thing I want to do is I actually have to share this, because if you are a veteran in crisis, let's see if I could get this one up. Sorry, it wasn't ready to be queued. I almost actually forgot about it, which is part of the reason why we are all about prevention. We are all about getting help to our brothers and sisters, who have been in arms. If you are in need, even if it's for someone to talk, check out this up here. This, you could dial 988, then press 1, and someone from the Veterans Crisis Line will be more than happy to even just have a chat with you if need be. Also, you could chat online, or you could text them at 838-255. Okay? And just for good measure, we're going to put this in the chat. So you know, if you come across this video and I said it too quickly for you, just click on that link and it has all that information for you. Now let's talk about Independence Day, a life of service. This past Independence Day, I did a lot of retrospecting, and I'm sure you did too, on how important it is to us as individuals, our life of service. And what do I mean, life of service? Let me take you down memory lane. This is something, and I'm going to read something that we did 2 times if you served in the service. First, you did it at the Met station, and at that time you didn't understand. But once you got to your basic training site, that long bus ride, that train ride, plane ride to get to where you were, not knowing where you were going, probably scared shitless, because I was. And the second time you raised, and you said this, I, your name, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. This amendment was first adopted. This was an act on May 5th, 1960. That was the Title 10 U.S. Code, replacing the words that were first adopted in 1789. I don't think there's not one of us that served that's probably watching this or will be watching this that was born around that time. But the amendment was effective October 2nd, 1962. Again, I'm old, but I'm not that old. But these are the words every service member, every sailor, every airman says twice upon going into the service. This is our life of service. If you're looking for meaning in your life, this is it. We vowed to defend this country. Well, the Constitution that rules this country. And that's a big deal because not many people could do such a thing. Not many people would commit to such a thing, which makes you even that more special. It's been a lot of talk recently about whether, this and that. And it's, well, I'm not going to share my opinion, but I'm sure many of us have made lifetime friendships with people that we have served with people we've met after we served with, those who have told us many things. The 4th of July, which was just a couple of weeks ago, was such a 4th of July. It's touching to see, and I wish I was in DC, but unfortunately, due to injuries, I could not make that trip. But how did you feel if you watched the parade on that day? How did you feel when you saw those young recruits taking that pledge for the first or second time? I'm not sure which one it was. And by the commander-in-chief themselves executing that. What does the 4th of July mean to you? What does Independence Day mean to you? To each person who served, it has a special meaning. For some people, it's a lineage thing. Their fathers or mothers before them served, and they were following the line. For some, it was a way of saying thank you to a country that took their family in the legal way and gave them an opportunity for a beautiful life. For some, it was a way to get out of a bad situation, get out of people, places, and things, which is another thing. Whichever way it is, you have to understand your service was an honor. And although you don't always get a thank you get a thank you by the people you pass. I'm speaking more to veterans on this note. By the people you pass on the street, by the cars you pass on the street, who has the freedom due to your due diligence and your sacrifice to drive that car, to listen to that music, to speak the way they do, whether you agree or not. That is a thank you, because they're living life the right way. They're living life the way that you help maintain by raising your hand, your right hand, those 2 times, which makes you very special, a very special human being. So, what does this day truly mean to you as a civil servant? Because that's what you are. You served as a civil servant. You forego your First Amendment, right? Freedom of speech. And you follow the rules as per the Constitution. And that's always something you have to remember. It is a sacrifice very few have a calling to do. Very few. Again, this is going to be short. Yeah, okay, we're going to be about 15 minutes. Another question is, how do you view this life of service? Because your life of service never really ends. There's no expiration date. I did search. There's no expiration date on it. When you come out of the service, yes, you probably do your time, but you still took those vows. So that means you live life to the best of your ability in the most productive way if possible. For many veterans, I've found and discovered that they do go into other forms of civil service, but they also do work to help our buddies. They do work to help our buddies. I've met several veterans, especially when I was down on my luck, that their purpose is to help other veterans be more productive for society. There is always a way. There's always help. Whether you call the crisis line that I provided earlier, or you go ahead and you go to a VA hospital, or sometimes even just go to a hospital to seek the help if you require it. Or some of us even just do volunteer work. This is Buddy Check. I think during this month, we have to take some time and we have to think about how our sacrifice and our service in whichever branch of service we decided to serve in help develop us as a person, help mold us as a person, and has been beneficial to society. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more and you want to know when I go on Buddy Check, or you want to join my weekly brunch or get my daily news, which is shown every day except for Monday and Fridays, and on the 22nd of every month, because the 22nd of every month is dedicated to you guys. And if you know someone who might need to just hear something positive or just hear the prayer that was said in the beginning, go ahead and share it with them. It could help somebody's day, somebody's life. It could save a life. This is the Loon. Check on your buddy. And until next month, have a good day.